I'm David Mayhew. I'm a storm chase photographer, originally from England, but now live in Colorado, which is a great place to storm chase. Weld County, which is northeast Colorado, just east of where I live, is the county with the most tornadoes in the US. Well, I'm passionate about nature overall. It was really hard for me initially to decide what I wanted to photograph. I just happened to get into the storm chasing, so and photography is a way of really capturing the beauty of nature, the world that we're in. And I love shooting the sky because it's never the same twice. Whatever I take, nobody else can take unless they were there with me at that moment, because you're capturing a one-off moment in time. And you just get such a big array of emotions in the sky. You get everything from the drama of a tornado, the intensity of lightning, even the majesty of the night skies for shooting Milky Way, things like that. I mean, an average chase for me can be 600 to 800 miles in a day. Of course, you're going to have the risk of severe weather, hail, tornadoes, and lightning and all that, but the biggest risk is actually other drivers on the road. Well, my most important piece of gear is obviously the car, because I've got to be able to get to the storms and get away from them. But recently I bought a really wide-angle lens, 11 to 24 millimeter, and it gets a great depth of field really wide open, so it lets a lot of light in. So it's a really cool piece of equipment. The college that I was actually studying photography at had the meteorology program that I kind of hooked up with, and they had classes on how to forecast severe weather, so I didn't need to study the full range of everything, just enough to get me in position for storm chase days. So my knowledge isn't as huge as somebody with a meteorology background, but it's sufficient. And sometimes not having that is helpful, because sometimes you can overanalyze data. Some meteorologists may over-forecast and miss the best storm. It's not always the case. Once in a while it's nice to not stress too much about the entire day forecast and just go out and see what happens. 2011, I had a great chase in Kansas. The tornado actually formed in cold air. It's called a cold air tornado, and it's hard to predict. I just had two forecast areas, one for the morning, one for the afternoon, and unfortunately stuck to the morning one. And there's only me and a handful of other chasers that were on this tornado, but it's one of the most photogenic ones that I've ever seen. One of my favorite shots is called Twist and Shout of this tornado, because it has such great structure and this nice funnel underneath. When you're looking at an image, you're looking at a frozen shot of the moment. So although the storm might be really intense, if you're not there, you take away that risk of the element, and you just leave the detail, the textures, the colours that are so amazing in these storms, and leave the person with an impression of the beauty of the storm.
Right, where's my keys? You got my keys?
I don't.
Oh, yeah. Let's have a quick look at some of those. I've got some great shots of that.
It's always important when you're in your field to know which way the wind's coming from. Because when you get no traffic, it's good to jump out and have a pee, and you don't want to be spraying yourself. And that will increase the moisture, which will help aid the storm. And it will just flow into the storm, and off you go.